What's up with this crew? We back with another video. Today we got why is everybody leaving FaZe? I have not heard about this, so appreciate the Jackson in the chat for bringing it up.
Man, I did not think I would be making this type of video when I went home on vacation. On Christmas, there's so much that went down. My phone went absolutely berserk. The internet went absolutely berserk. And like I said, this is something that I kind of knew was coming for the last couple of weeks, but I didn't think it was going to sit here and happen on Christmas, man. So first on
Christmas is a crazy day for everything to go wrong.
I mean, you're clicking this video. I'm FaZe Swag. I've been in FaZe for 6 years. And as you guys saw on the internet throughout the entire thing, several members left on Christmas, and everyone has been asking me questions. First of all, if you ever been a fan of FaZe,
for everybody to leave at once, you think they planned it?
I've been watching FaZe since literally since I started playing Call of Duty, and then I was recruited in 2020 by FaZe Apex because I was good at Warzone and I was a Call of Duty content creator. And at that time, I was their first Call of Duty recruit in like 6 or 7 years, man. So it's been a crazy ride the last 6 years. Even in the last year and a half have been pretty great, you know, just seeing what the
Chad
built.
FaZe Clan.
The people that announced that they left last night were Lacey, Stable Ronaldo.
Black Boy Max was part of FaZe? I didn't know that, Chad. I didn't know that. I'm not tapped in. Lacey, Silky? No way.
Adapt, which I think is one that just like, I think shocked the entire internet, because I think when Lacey and Ron and like Jason and Silky announced that they were leaving, people thought it was kind of a joke or like it was some sort of skit. But when Adapt had left, I think that's when literally everyone on my phone said, "Is this actually real? Is this actually happening?" You know,
bro. What?
You know, Adapt's been in FaZe for 14 years, so for him to leave the clan is, I mean, it's definitely serious. It's some serious shit. Some people may argue with me in the comment section below about this, but I think Adapt is probably the most, I would say, is the best FaZe Clan member of all time. I think Rug is also a top FaZe Clan member, but I think Rug is the type of person who kind of did his own thing. The way I look at Rug is I think Rug is like the USA team, and Adapt played for the Lakers and won like 6 chips. That's how I like.
So Adapt was carrying. So apparently Adapt was carrying.
Rug took the FaZe name and put it in places in the world that people have never even heard of FaZe or gaming or anything like that ever. But Adapt was really in LA, grinding in the heart of the organization, and he is the funniest, most genuine person I've ever met.
It's sad when you see groups split up. You know what I mean, Chad?
With Adapt is exactly how he is in person. Even if we're just eating a sandwich, bro, he's just cracking a joke and just laughing and just being goofy.
When you guys went to the Pig Cafe, it looked like Lacey family reunion.
And over the last year and a half, things have been pretty great, especially within FaZe. This is all from my perspective and through my scope, so I'm not really speaking for anybody who left or anything like that or what's going on. And a lot of you guys are asking if I'm leaving, which I will explain. First of all, I kind of want to paint the picture of what FaZe actually looked like within the org, what like our roles were.
Wait, so Chad, so FaZe was basically was it like a gaming group? Like, cause I always heard about them, but I never knew like what they did. I didn't know if it was just like, you know how AMP is, or if it's a gaming group. But this is very interesting.
It's like that. So as you guys know, we had the FaZe house, which had people living in it, such as Max, Silky, Jason, Ron, Lacey, and Adapt.
Hey, Ron, he's part of the dude in the front. Him right here, he's part of it. I didn't know that.
I moved in a little bit later, but he was part of like that core streaming group. And those 5 guys besides Adapt were all recently recruited in the last 2 years, and they kind of just all grew together. They grew all good communities, man. Their communities are massive, and
I know it wasn't one person
carrying FaZe and kind of bringing back FaZe in general. And a lot of that credit I got to give to, man. I'll literally tell you the story I remember, bro. I remember Kason
Armstrong about to go in timeout.
First of all, about Max. I had never heard about Black Boy Max, man. He showed me some of his clips and streams, because I mainly just game. I mainly play Call of Duty. I stay in my own lane, and I mainly just game.
They're gaming the chatting group.
I remember him telling me about Black Boy Max. I remember Ron telling me about Jason the Ween. I remember Ron telling me about
6'7", bro. What's what everybody saying 6'7" still? That's like old. People been doing that for like a year now.
Meeting all them and kind of seeing this overall the potential, you know, and they've grown over the last 2 years and really.
Okay, so are they like AMP, like how AMP is?
For FaZe Clan. So they've done a great job. And I can really speak to their just character and just overall when it's off camera. At the weekly FaZe shoots, which was what I would always go to, and I would go to the house sometimes, they were all just cool, very chill individuals who just genuinely wanted to succeed together.
Thank you, Jackson. Thank you.
And they care so much about the brand. There was a clip of Ron I would say a couple months ago about him, never wanting to leave FaZe Clan, and that was facts. Ron,
Hey, if you're in here, go ahead, like the stream. Appreciate you pulling up. Thank you.
Obviously, have the core people that lived in the house that we would shoot YouTube videos. Because I'm in LA, I would come to the video shoots, and again, this is through my perspective. So they obviously had the house all together making content. We would do video shoots. I'm
not gonna lie though, Chad. This is something I low-key want to do with my friends, bro. If I could ever get big enough streaming, bro, have us just have a time during the summer or something. We just shoot content and just vibe out together, bro. Because I have an interesting group of friends.
I would literally go.
I think y'all would enjoy that.
Shoots that were probably 20 minutes away. Hang out with them. We would shoot 2 or 3 videos, and then we would go our separate ways. A lot of people would ask why I don't live in the FaZe house or different things like that. Look, I'm a little bit older than all of them. I'm 29, about to be 30.
Ooh, that hurt. Ooh, no. I'm 25, bro, but I feel like I'm about to be 26 in a few months or so, and I'm like, dang, bro, already?
I've done the 3 to 4 FaZe houses with my boys, you know what I mean? So I definitely wanted to just have my own space, and overall, that's, at some point you got to understand what's betterment for the team, and I understood that for real. And then you obviously have guys like Scope who is a true sniper, for Call of Duty, Zuma, who's truly into the competitive scene, Jev, who does his own variety content but still carries the FaZe name, Rug, who does his own thing with his YouTube videos, his IRL YouTube videos, doesn't really stream, does his own thing for FaZe. So that's kind of how the scope of the whole thing kind of worked. You have guys like Apex who worked on the back end for FaZe, but at the core center of it all was the FaZe house and the boys who streamed every single day. Like I said, I saw some clips, even from Ricky, talking about how they all have egos and different things like that. Look, at the end of the day, that is something I did not experience. They all were, I'm gonna tell you this right now, they all had a right to have.
Hey, who was everybody's favorite member out of FaZe, bro? I wouldn't say I have one. I wasn't too familiar with them, but
have an ego, and they just
who would y'all say?
They showed up to the video shoots, whether they maybe liked it or not. They showed up and they did it. They knew what was best for the group. They understood that, we got to do content together, even YouTube video content. We got to do the extra stuff to continue to push the brand. So as far as their character, different things like that, I mean, for them being 21, 22, averaging, I saw Ron. I'll tell you like this, man.
FaZe Rug. Who we watching right now, chat?
A slide in the back of the FaZe house.
Swag. We watching Swag.
Viewers, and he would show up. Ron would be the first one to the video shoots. Let's say we had a video shoot at 9 o'clock. Ron would be there at 8:30, 8:15 on his phone, sleeping, ready to go. That's how I knew that these guys genuinely just didn't have egos like that. Ron was there
he was
every
dedicated,
single
bro.
time early. So as far
dedicated.
as attention to the character, I just truly disagree with that. This is kind of one of those situations where I think history just kind of repeats itself. Now, a lot of people are sitting here asking as far as why I haven't left.
Yeah, that's what I want to know, bro. You dragging it out, chat. He dragging it out.
With him. I think for me, it's a little bit different. That situation has been building up, especially at the FaZe house for a little while now.
It's unfortunate to say, right? And I don't want to be the one that bear bad news, right? But this whole FaZe thing, it's going to come to a halt very soon once the pressure is turned up. Because reality is, you guys have no equity in this, right? You're under no contract.
X, I'll be surprised if this shit lasts another year. We're not even talking about equity.
For me, I had kind of worked out as far as maybe with the higher ups for FaZe, my role and what I was doing and what I was comfortable with, and I was set, for the last couple of years. And for me personally, I was just telling my manager this. I think, Apex recruited me. So for me, I think whenever Apex calls it quits or Apex says he's no longer associated with the FaZe brand, I think that's when I would step down, because at the end of the day,
yeah, that makes sense, especially if Apex was the one who orchestrated everything behind the scenes and who was the one putting in the work in LA to expose the brand. Yeah, once one of the main guys are gone, something's really off then.
Day, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's
because somebody putting that much work in aren't usually people who leave,
People can understand it's a little disrespectful, if Apex recruits me and then I just slide off, Also, you just kind of got to see how everything plays out. I do want to sit here and say, though, I promise you, anybody from the FaZe org is watching, it is in your best interest to get these guys back. You guys got to get all these guys back, man. They have done an incredible job. They have single-handedly revived the entire brand. They've made people genuinely excited for FaZe Clan in almost a decade,
Hey, y'all think that's possible, though? You think after a situation like this, you think it's possible, chat, for them to be able to get people to come back? Or you think it's once people decide to leave, it's just raps?
And I'm going to say this right now.
Let me know, chat.
organization watching out there, or anything, company, or anything like that, you are nothing without your talent. You are nothing without, genuine employees. I knew things were bad at FaZe when a longtime person who has been in there, Griff, I know you're watching this. When he was let go, I knew things were bad because there is a lot of good people who work at FaZe. But the whole situation, it just almost feels like what happened 2 years ago with losing control of FaZe and everything like that going on. So the boys will for sure speak to their own.
This is crazy, chat.
And why they left.
I didn't know it was ran like this.
Left, I think they just wanted to, have a piece of what they were building, and that's completely.
Dang, I didn't know it was raised like that, chat.
Every single day, they've
ran like
video
that.
shoots when they did not have to. They did stuff for brands when they're not even getting paid for it. I mean, all of us for the last 2 years were literally not.
Are they still in FaZe? Ron, Silky, and Lacey, are they still in FaZe?
Before 3-4 years ago in FaZe, bro, it was 6 figures easy, no question. The last 2 years, none of us have taken.
How many people? Like, if you had to say a number, how many people was in FaZe? How many would you say?
Taking a salary, we understand that what's best for the org and putting money into the content, and that's all they did. That's why I respect the guys so much, because they would spend so much money of their own money to put into the FaZe.
Yeah, it sounded like there was a whole business. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was just like a little small group of friends or something. It sounded like it was like an organization.
A lot of people are asking, are they going to make their own org? I think a lot of people are asking that question, and I don't think that's something that's on the horizon. I think you got to understand that it's
20 something. Hey, Chad, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty hard to manage 20-something people, to be honest with you, bro. It sucks to see people split, but when it's 20-something people, Armstrong, you gotta go, bro. You gotta go. But when it's 20-something people, it's pretty hard to manage. How to probably even more. Yeah, that's difficult to manage, bro. Not even just egos, but just like that many people, that many schedules. And if y'all gotta all shoot together, like people being on the same page, and it's bound to have, if you have 20-something people, chat, I hate to say it, but it's bound to have people in there that's not gonna like each other if it's that many people, chat.
Look, like that clip of Ron where he said he did not want to leave FaZe. I promise you, this is the last thing they wanted to do. This is something that they just feel like they had no other choice, But I think it's always important to...
Was it like a money dispute? I wonder. Like, I'm so interested. I wish he give like insight and detail, like real details.
Note that, like I said, talent comes first. Whether this whole thing was making money or not, I feel like gaming organizations in general aren't built to make money, and I don't think that's why we were even in the first place. That's not why I was in it. I just wanted to be a part of a team, I was completely fine for the last year and a half making $0. My favorite thing to do was all of us going to the FaZe shoots and making
I didn't know that.
Hanging out and vibing. Like that's what I joined.
Been MIA, bro. I'll be living under a rock, chat.
At the end of the day, I think it's completely in anybody.
Thank you, Jackson, bro. You making me touch up on my streamer history now, bro, since I'm about to be one of the fastest growing streamers in 2026. So appreciate you.
On the FaZe company side, best interest to get all these guys back. They are the ones who cared. There's nobody who cared about the org more than they did. They single-handedly brought it back. The guys did. The guys who worked day in and day out and created content and carried that name. Like I said, I don't really have a decision on what I'm going to be doing. I'm kind of just letting things kind of play out as they go.
So you're still with it right now?
I wanted to make this video just because, a lot of people are asking, because I am in FaZe and a lot of these different questions. I kind of want to just kind of give you an inside scoop on and kind of tell you guys about their character. I'm seeing, their character being questioned and how much they actually cared about the brand and why would they leave such a thing like that. Man, I'm telling you, this is the last thing they wanted to do. Like I said,
dang, Chad, this is crazy, Chad. Hey, if you're just not pulling up, like the stream.
They weren't getting that piece of what they were building, I've been through already one FaZe rebuild, man. So like this, adapt, leaving.
How's basketball been going? Hey, man, basketball been going good, bro. Been going pretty good. Some things to like work on and continue to find ways to get better, but it's been going really good, bro. I can't complain. I have been loving playing basketball in Italy.
It was a little different.
Thank you for asking, bro. How's everything going with you? School and everything going good?
I do love being in the team. I do love the team in general. I'm always rooting for the boys no matter what they're going to do. But whenever they're ready to speak on it, they will speak on it in detail. But as far as them having egos and not caring about each other and hating on each other, bro, I'm telling you, these guys we're off camera. They're clowning, they're joking, they're hanging out all the time. These guys would hang out together all the time. They live together. And you can't fake numbers. FaZe Clan won back-to-back Orgs of the Year. So Make sure y'all drop a like, hit that subscribe button down below. Hopefully it kind of clear things up as far as just understanding
Is that
literally
everything?
last night about everything. We have a call today to kind of just talk over everything. A lot of people are asking. I don't really know what case.
Our Christmas break?
I really don't know what.
Man, I hope you enjoyed it. You got presents?
Whatever they're feeling as well.
What you got for Christmas?
I love Rage. Rage is one of the funniest humans, man. He came to the subathon and went absolutely
Hey, was Rage a gamer though? I never heard of Rage being a gamer, but like I said, I could just be uninformed.
nuts. So, like I said, he's another person who does his own thing as well. Kason, like I said, is very heavy in esports. But I'm sure they'll announce whatever they're feeling and whatever they're doing. Scope's probably the greatest sniper of our time, so I mean, he's gonna keep doing what
You got a gaming chair? No way.
last night. He was sitting here telling me over the last 2 years, he has genuinely tried to just help. and
W
support
gift,
the
bro.
team
W
more.
gift.
It just feels like he wasn't even given the opportunity, man. I love Apex, so I'm gonna have a call with Apex later and kind of talk over everything. Look, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what the boys are going to do. Look, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. They're very good individuals. They work together. They just want to see the whole thing succeed. And a lot of people can say when the rebrand happened, they feel like these guys,
gaming chair
because
W
all they do
gift,
is out
bruh.
on stream, they're not like real FaZe fans or real FaZe members. Like I'm telling you this right now. These guys single-handedly brought back the entire brand. And look, at the end of the day, whatever they want, just give it to them, man. I'm telling you, bro, when you put talent first, everything will work out. I promise you.
So was it a money issue? The way he making it sound like it was a money dispute issue, like either they wasn't making money or they didn't want to pay them the money that they feel they deserved, which I mean, I respect, like if they left because they feel like they value is more, obviously that makes sense. I just wonder if that's the issue because it's making it, he's saying like give them whatever they, they want and everything will work out and stuff like that. So it makes it sound like it's, monetary gain.
Promise you, I promise you. There is great people overall at FaZe, man. Vera, I know you're watching this video. You're a hell of an individual. One of the best people at FaZe Clan by far. I think it was a mistake, FaZe, for sure to let Griff go. You guys got to get Griff back somehow. And, of course, shout out to my dog, Darren, man. Look, at the end of the day, I genuinely love being in FaZe. I love the vibe of
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't really even explain, like, what really happened with FaZe Clan, man. Which is interesting because I was hoping to get a little bit more insight. But from all the stuff I've seen, it just talks about them leaving. But none of it been talking about, like, why any of them are leaving or anything.